news now. A jury finding Nauman Hussain involved in the 2018 Schoharie limo crash guilty on 20 counts of manslaughter. That verdict coming yesterday afternoon. One count for each person killed in that awful crash. Hussain faces up to 15 years in prison when he's sentenced at the end of the month. The trial ending much faster than previously expected. The judge originally telling the jury it could take 4 to 6 weeks for the trial to be completed. The prosecution only calling 24 out of the more than 100 witnesses on standby, arguing that Hussain did not take proper responsibility in maintaining the limo that was involved in the accident. Hussain's attorney, Lee Kinlan, calling no witnesses. He pointed the blame at Mavis Discount Tire, who he says misled Hussain when it came to repairs done to the vehicle. Both the prosecution and the defense sharing their thoughts after the verdict yesterday.
I want to thank the jury for doing an amazing job and listening to the evidence. And today is really about the families.
I really, now at the end of this chapter of the case, I'm just heartbroken for everybody involved.
Hussain is, again, scheduled to be sentenced. That is coming up on May 31st. Family members of the victims speaking out on how they have been affected over the past 4.5 years. Cheers and cries of relief heard in the courtroom as that verdict was read.
You find the defendant guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Family members who lost their siblings and children celebrating as the verdict was reached. However, many shared mixed feelings walking outside the courthouse afterward.
That had to be very difficult. I will honestly say that both the defense and the people had really great closing statements, very good closing statements. So as a juror, it had to take them time to be fair.
I'm happy, yet sad. As much as I want justice for my son, I still felt badly for him.
And while they're celebrating the victory in court, the families have made it clear that the verdict against Hussain was, quote, only partial justice. Another aspect brought to light in the case during witness testimony was the role Mavis Discount Tire may have played in putting that vehicle on the road. Many of the family members saying that needs to be investigated further now.
Why haven't they been indicted? That's my question.
It's the next step.
Where's Mavis in all of this? They should have been brought to the table right from the get-go, just as Hussain was. Any entity involved that was part of the cause, of the crash should be brought to the table.
The Saratoga County District Attorney's Office saying state police have turned over all relevant information related to Mavis's role in the crash, including the witness testimony. Now, the office will investigate whether charges should be brought against anyone associated with Mavis. We will, of course, continue to follow the aftermath of this trial and any new developments as they come along. Make sure you stay with us on air and online at news10.com.